Alright people, here we are in another Sword and Shield Wi-Fi battle going up against Icy from the Discord. I had this battle a while back, but I'm only just now finally getting to do the post-com for it because I just haven't been able to do the post-com. Live com is just so much better for me these days. And I've had the Danger Day video ready to go, but I don't like uploading the things out of order. So then here I am finally doing the post-com for this. I wanted to use Lucario with the vacuum wave, but they didn't have Kartana, so wasn't much for me to do with it. So at some point I'm just going to try to sack it off because really, I mean, going up against a Volcarona, Slowking and all that, it's not doing much for me, honestly. Either way though, right off the bat, I can tell that Blacephalon is going to do very well versus their team. So if I can get rid of that Mandibuzz, or if I can make an opening for Blacephalon to come in, then I'm going to make that happen. So lead off versus the Tapu Lele. Now I could try to bluff the Scarf here, but I'm not going to do that. I don't want to lose my Urshifu because it's going to be very key in making sure that I don't lose to Volcarona. So I'm thinking, well, I like all these Pokemon, and the only one that I kind of want to switch in is my Lucario just to die. So I'm like, alright, I'm just going to bring out Lucario, honestly. So they switch out, fearing that they're trying to see if I'm Scarf. And then I'm going to switch out, so they're like, man, this dude ain't Scarf at all. So they bring in their Slowking, which is even worse for me, because at least Lucario could do something. Here I can't do any. It could have done something against Lele. I can't do anything against this thing. And I'm like, well, alright, it's okay. Because we can go out to Garchomp, and what we can do is we can set up a rocks and we can Dragon Tail this thing. So that's what I'm going to do real quick. So get that guy to there. Knowing that they probably will just teleport or something like that, they go for the Future Sight. Yep, that's okay though. As long as I can get the rocks up at all, that's good for me. So I do have a Future Sight incoming. That's cool. That's fine by me. Because we're just going to go out into our Lucario and sack it off here in a few turns. So you go for the teleport, the classic, you know. I too have a Slowking with Regenerator teleport. Had to frickin' play through Pokemon Yellow to get it. I tell you what though, I don't know, did all the Virtual Console games? No, they're still on there. It's just that the eShop's going to shut down. Or you won't be able to get any more money on your DS. So if you haven't already bought them, I'm not sure when the cutoff is for that. I know they already cut off credit cards. Soon they're going to cut off eShop cards too. But I went ahead and got them all, so I can go replay them at any time, my convenience. So obviously I don't want to take a Moon Blast here, so I'm going to get the heck out of here. I'm going to go out into my Lucario. I'm just going to sack this thing off. And it's also on the Future Sight turn. So they go for the Moon Blast. And because it's not terrain boosted, I am actually going to live it. Just barely. Of course, not with a Future Sight attack, too. But based off that damage, that's clearly... That's telling me this thing is probably Scarf. So oh, well, no, that's why. Because even if they were Scarf... I mean, Scarf or Shifu stalled speed, so that's why they switched this case. But, I'm going to get at my terrain here. And knowing that they clearly have a Mandibuzz switch in, I'm going to go for the knockoff. Because I know that they're going to try to come in with their heavy duty boots. One of the most annoying items ever. It's like, it's so good when it's on your Pokemon, but it's so bad when it's on theirs, man. But we do have knockoff. So we're going to get rid of that heavy duty boot. So the next time it comes in, if we're able to get rocks up again, it will be able to take the rocks chip. And that will be excellent because then it can get in range of, for instance, a +2 superpower maybe. We'll see. So here I'm thinking, well, what can I do? I could try to go out into ban me if they try to go for a foul play or something, get some rough skin. I could also try to static them and kill them with discharge. That's what I end up doing. Because I figure if I go out into it and they U-turn, I'm in the same position. I'm going to bring out the Lele, and I don't want to switch anything in on it, honestly. So they do get a defog off, that's okay. I just didn't want to be in a situation where Garchomp brought in the Lele and I wouldn't be able to get my rocks up. I want to get it on a turn where I can guarantee get them up. course, I mean, there the defog was pretty obvious, but I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure they have a. I have short-term memory, man. I just instantly forgot the team, but I'm pretty sure they have a Garchomp. So here I'm thinking, well, what am I gonna do? And to me right now, the only switch in might be still OU. Because I'm thinking if they got into their Garchomp, I just know that they're going to bring in a freaking ground type. Yeah, there's the Garchomp. I know that they're not going to want to switch into this freaking discharge, so I'm mulling it over, and I'm like, alright, I'm going to go out into this, predicting them to go out into Garchomp. And if the U-turn, that's cool too. Of course, also, and they could also go out into Lele. So honestly, discharge would have been better. I'm really surprised that they didn't just hard switch. But going out into this thing, that's pretty cool because I can just U-turn out. Honestly, very surprised they did not just hard switch. They would have just taken the discharge. Set themselves up for paralysis. So here I'm like, okay, I can guaranteed come in. This is what I was waiting for. An opportunity to get into my Garchomp and get the rocks up. Although they do go for a teleport, that's right. Dang. Of course, I am a bulky Garchomp. I'm not sure how well I could live a Moonblast from a Lele, but let's see what they do. They go onto their own Garchomp, actually. And like I said, I am physically defensive. So I'm thinking here, I'm like, well, they could go for a Dragon move on me, but I really need to get those rocks up to get rid of that Mandibuzz. Because once Mandibuzz is gone, I know Blacephalon can sweep. So they go for an Outrage. And this just goes to show you how bulky Garchomp can take those hits. It can live an Outrage from its own offensive counterpart. That's crazy, man. That's so insane. I don't know if they were having some defense too or not. I'm not sure what the calcs are, but that just goes to show you. Like Pokemon had that video today about offensive Pokemon that with defensive movesets. And this is just a prime example here of these bulky ground types. So we go down, that's cool. We give them some more rep skin, so we're giving them some chip, that's fine by me. I think what do I do here? Do I go out into static to try to get him a little bit of hazard? Or to get him the static? So at this point they've got the 3-turn. I'm going to go for the Roost real quick. And I'm going to try to get some paralysis if I can. Because this one is also defensive too. They're doing more than 50%, but they are confused. And every time they do it, they're risking a static. So now at this point, I'm like, well, I can't really damage them that much. But they are risking the confusion every turn. I'm like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I've got my rocks up. But I need myself to get into a position to where I can get rid of that Mandibuzz and I can let Blacephalon sweep. So I'm like, well, they do hit themselves a confusion. We get a little bit of luck here. I'm just trying to waste turns, but they get the luck return because they don't get hit by the Heat Wave. Of course, it's still better for me because obviously I have much more HP. So here I'm like, well, are they going to switch? If they switch out and I go for discharge, I'll be doing a lot more and I can get a paralysis on something maybe. But I'm thinking, well, yeah, they're probably going to stay and go for the Outrage to get some chips. So I end up going for another Heat Wave. They still do, as clearly as you can see, like over 50%. I go for a Heat Wave. If I'm not going to get a paralysis, maybe I can get a burn. They're getting pretty low there. And I'm like, well, I have to go for Roost. They have snapped out of confusion at this point, but every time they go for it, they are risking a paralysis. They do get me all the way down. Just as we saw, we didn't know it was more than 50%. That's fine though, because at this point, I'm like, alright, they're locked into Outrage. They're so low, I'm pretty sure that Tapu Boom Boom can get rid of them, right? I think that they have another 3-turn. So at this point, I'm just going to go for Grassy Glide and knock him out, no problem. Bada bing, bada boom. Get the rough skin, that's perfectly fine. We do have the grassy terrain. We are a life orb as well, just to give them that little power boost. Now at this point I'm thinking, well, they do have the Volcarona, but my options, if they got Volcarona, I do have a Blacephalon that can take them on. So here at this point, here's what I'm thinking. I'm like, okay, they have the Lele. Obviously, I can switch out, sack something off, bring it back in. But I have way less sacks. I've got 3 Mons left. So I'm going to try, I have to go for game here. So what I'm thinking is well, I can knock off the... Either way, my Blacephalon's faster than this thing, so I don't really have to worry about that. So my thinking is, at this point, I have my rocks up. The Mandibuzz has no more boots, so I have to go for something here. So I'm pretty sure what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch out to my Urshifu, sack it off, and then the gameplay there is, the only way I'm going to win this game is if I can get them to switch out into a Mandibuzz, not a Volcarona. If they go Mandibuzz and not Volcarona on my what's it called? On my Rillaboom, I set up the SD. After they take rocks, I go for superpower, and we hit them with that. Then Blacephalon can sweep. So that's what I'm going for. I have to go for that. They are not going to go out into Volcarona. But they're not going to risk their sweeper. Which in this case, honestly, is probably the better play. They could think that I'm going to go for knockoff because that's what I did last time and they don't want their boots knocked off. Which is what I was thinking too, but I have to go for it. So they go out into their wall because of course. However, they have gotten their boots knocked off, so they are going to take that nice chip, which is what I need. And I know that Rillaboom has taken on Corviknights before with superpower. So being Life Orb, I'm pretty sure I can take this thing on too. So we're going to hit him with a superpower. And being at that low HP, it is going to take out the Mandibuzz. Let's go. So that was pretty much the only thing holding back Shadow Ball on Blacephalon from sweeping. So at this point, I'm +2. Or no, I'm +1 still. I have -1 defense. If they go Lele, they can easily knock me out. I don't care. They bring in Volk. And I think here, do I go for knockoff? Yeah. Because I'm like, if they get greedy and they go for Quiver Dance like that instead of just trying to knock me out, I'm just going to knock them off. Because I'm still +1. It's going to do a heck of a lot. Yeah, bro, it knocks them out. Because if they went for Flamethrower or something like that, then I go out into my Blacephalon and I just start going for Shadow Balls like crazy. But they ended up just giving that to me. And I know how some of these players are. They be expecting me to switch and trying to set up and sweep. Nah, I'm not having it. So rocks are still up. They're going to take some more chip. And I know, I mean, as soon as the Mandibuzz went down, it was over. But Tapu Lele is still a little scary. But thankfully, that's why I run Choice Scarf Blaseph. The only thing really that can outspeed Choice Scarf Blaseph in this metagame is Choice Scarf Cart. Like, I'm just trying to think of any other Scarfers that are faster than Kartana, faster than, what is it, 108 versus Blacephalon 107? I'm sure people will sometimes run the rare Scarf Dragapult or something, but I mean, I haven't really seen anyone run that these days. Like, in terms of the speed tiers, that's the fastest thing. That's why I had Lucario on this team, because since I'm running Blacephalon, Kartana can easily kind of sweep if it takes it out. So then I have Lucario, Life Orb, to take that out with the Vacuum Wave, since it's got like 20 Spadef. So we get a little Beast Boost. And at this point, it's time to start snowballing, my friends. We got the Clown here, man. I remember when during the Usum days, well, then again, no. Blacephalon was for Ultra Sun. However, I was like, well, I'll still get Ultra Moon. Stack Attack. I was thinking Stack Attack would be pretty cool because it would be super bulky, the highest defense, and it would be pretty cool to have a strong Trick Room or Gyro Baller. So we can easily take out the Slowking. And I knew either way I was going to trade for it, but Just so crazy to think these guys weren't even in the base Sun and Moon game. I had to wait until I was in college on it again. That's crazy. Go out in a Cloister, and it's over now, friend. I'm sorry. That's why I had that. If they were boots, then it was no problem. If they're sash, then I got my rocks up, and I don't have to worry about the sash. So yeah, that's bada bing, bada boom. GG's Icy. So finally starting to come back a little bit, and hope to see you guys in some more Sword and Shield Wi-Fi battles. Bye bye.